This one. Okay. Well, first of all, let's talk about this question that is really important, I think. So, of course, security is one of the most important factors at work, actually, to have a safe and, like we can say that's secure place to work. Now, tell me how important is, for example, in your job, in your company, how important is to have CCTVs, electronic name tags. So what is, first of all, what do you have? What security codes, or for example, what type of security you use? And tell me why it's important to have them.
I think security is very important because there is active protect for everything inside the company. So in our company we have CCTV, but not all the place. It only in the public place. For example, in the door, in the pantry, in the or in the hall and the open space.
Yeah, of course.
Beside CCTV, we have um, a recognize system from camera, so only the people in our company can pass through by
You
the
mean
door.
face recognition? Face
Yeah.
recognition, of course.
It automation, yeah, and
Of
the
course.
employee don't need do anything. They all just only go through, and the camera can scan and recognize automation and open the door automatic automatically.
Of course, automatically. Yeah, that's actually this system is really good. Like, in the past, so normally we had fingerprint, and now, of course, everything is changed. So for even for applications, we have this system. And tell me, do you think this, okay, so we have some old methods, of course, and they were used in the past. Now we have some modern, of course, technology, and we have some modern methods, like for example, face recognition systems. So actually face detection. And so tell me, do you think it's easy to hack this type of system?
And that means hack to CCTV, right?
Of course, of course. Do you
Yeah,
think it's easy?
yeah.
You
I think it's not hard because the mistake from the people they use more than the hack by technology, because some
Yeah,
people use CCTV, they even
yeah,
though don't change the password from the from the vendor,
yeah,
or sometimes they
yeah.
may input the password very easy to predict and
Yeah, yeah. I want to say that every system, even face recognition system, can be hacked.
yes,
But it depends. For example, and it depends on the security measures. So in
yes,
place, of course, I
yes,
mean,
yeah,
and but of course, so it can be, so everything can be hacked. Of course, we are, yesterday we were talking about this actually topic about hackers. And I said that if they use this talent,
yeah,
it's intelligence, it's talent, in other way, actually the world would be better place to live. You know how smart they are? Hackers are really smart, really intelligent, but of course
yeah.
they use their intelligence in negative way. So, well, let's see what we have. Let's read the context. What is context? The most
Yeah.
important part of listening is context. It means who is talking, where is the situation, and what is the situation. So let's see. Pharmalab is a medical research company seeking to increase security in its research center. And SecureKey develop and supply high-tech security system. Shirin Case from SecureKey has been invited to present her company solution to Pharmalab's management team. So let's listen to part one, okay, and make some notes. And then we can complete the slide.
Mm.
So first of all, let's listen, and then of course we will listen for more details. Now it's a general listening, so we're gonna just get the main idea. Okay, 4, 2, I think this one, let me check it.
4.2, Part 1.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me here today. We really appreciate this opportunity to work with you. What I'd like to do in this presentation is 3 things. First, I'll give you a brief overview of the new dye scan product. Then I'll talk about some of the advantages for your company. After that, I'd like to show you a short video so that you can see the system in operation. And after that, you can ask me any questions. Does that sound okay? Okay, we call this new system the DyeScan 2. Basically, DyeScan 2 is a state-of-the-art security system based on iris recognition. Iris recognition is part of the next generation in security and is already used in government security. Now, Security is able to make this technology available to commercial businesses and organisations. How does it work? Well, it's a pretty simple concept. Employees are identified by the unique patterns in the iris of their eye, so that when you look at a camera, the system scans your iris and matches it to a central database.
Okay, so could you get the general idea of the audio? So what was about?
Yeah, she present about their solution to offer to pharma lab. So so she step by step talking about three things in their still a solution, and the final part, that's the question. And the first thing, she saw a new system, DI scan 2, and that recognize system to manage and their employee. So the second thing, she talk about the advantages of the system. So the last one, she talk about and show about a short video that show how the system of operation.
Yeah, of course. Well, so yeah, definitely yes. So here, actually, we have some numbers, 1, 2, 3, and actually the first part, so you totally talked about it and it was correct, so that was really good. What about what system, based on what? I want to know the system, okay?
Yeah.
It was based on the word that you heard. What was the word that you heard? How it works, I mean.
Yeah, I didn't. I only know.
Now we should listen again, okay?
Yes.
And try to, of course, get more detail. So let's see.
4.2, Part 1.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me here today. We really appreciate this opportunity to work with you. What I'd like to do in this presentation is 3 things. First, I'll give you a brief overview of the new dye scan product.
So the first one,
She
overview.
Of DI scan 2 system.
Of course, overview of the product. So this is the first thing that they want to do.
Then I'll talk about some of the advantages for your company.
Okay, then.
Advantages.
Of course, advantages.
Yeah.
Of course, and.
After that, I'd like to show you a short video so that you can see the system in operation. And
of course, a short, of course, a short video. I want to show you a short video about the system. It's like a demo. Well, now let's see this.
After that, you can ask me any questions. Does that sound okay? Okay, we call this new system the DyeScan 2. Basically, DyeScan 2 is a state-of-the-art security system.
So what is DyeScan? A
In
state of
security.
the art security,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, DyeScan, state of the art security.
I have a question.
Of course.
Art in this situation mean it's a concept or it is design of the product.
So sorry, I didn't get your question.
I am not really understand the art in this situation.
Okay, so first of all, let me talk about this one. So when we have a phrase like state of the art security, so here art, it's not about art that you think. Actually, it means a high level of technology development. Here, actually, it means. So since actually I mean in this phrase, so you know that you know the meaning of the art. But here, when the state of the art security, here art means the highest level. It can be, for example, skill, or here means technology development. So, and of course, in some field, so in particular field. Okay, so, well, for example, if I want to give you a good meaning, I say definition, the most advanced security system. This is actually the paraphrase for this phrase, okay? The most advanced. Well, now, listen. Okay, let's keep going with the rest of it.
Based on iris recognition.
Oh, based on
Iris
what? Based on
recognize
iris. What is iris? This actually colored part of your eye is called iris. Iris recognition. So it's not face, it's iris. Oh, good one, actually. It's really good. I think it's really secure, safe. Good one. So you should look at it closely. I want to know this. Let's listen to the rest of it.
Yeah.
Recognition is part of the next generation in security and is already used in government security. Now, Security is able to make this technology available to commercial businesses and organizations. How does it work? Well, it's a pretty simple concept. Employees are identified by the unique patterns in the iris of their eye.
Oh, so how employees, how it works?
It that means it's scan their employee eyes.
Of course, yeah, of course, we have unique. So as actually she mentioned, we have some unique patterns in our iris. So like, and it's this system, yeah, is able to recognize these differences. So of course, employees are identified by, as she said, unique patterns in their iris. Yeah. And the system.
So that when you look at a camera, the system scans your iris and matches it to a central database.
Oh, so the system.
When employee look at the camera, so system will scan. Scan
Your iris.
I don't know that word.
Yeah, scan your iris. Scan your iris, the colored part of your eye, and of course, it compares. Okay, with actually a central database.
Yeah.
So they have a database, so they know, you know that actually this is the system of face recognition, or for example, I don't know, like iris recognition, and then compares. If it matches, of course, you can enter. So this is the way. Good one. I think it's a good one. Maybe it's better than, what do you think? I think it's better than face recognition.
Yeah. In our company, we use the same method, but I'm not really about the technology. That. Yeah, but it's the same. I only go through the door and it's automatic.
Yeah, of course, it's not enough. Of course, you feel. Yeah. And yeah, let me say something. For example, if you want to say that some people are really into technology, some people know, for example, they don't just, of course, I think you are a kind of techie, but you know, some people are, some people are not. So if you are a techie, it's like, you know, kind of techie, it means you are into technology. You try to update yourself, you try to use technology. Some people know. So this word is good one. You can have this. Okay, so we listen to Shireen's speech, and now it's time to listen again and complete these phrases. So now we need to get more details to fill in the blanks. What I like to do in this presentation is, okay, let's see. Let's see. Listen again.
4.2. Part 1.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me here today. We really appreciate this opportunity to work with you. What I'd like to do in this presentation is three things. First, I'll give you a brief.
What I like to do in this three things. Very good.
Yeah.
First, I'll
brief overview of the new DyeScan product.
First, I'll
present to you.
I'll give you, okay, a brief overview, a short, you know, that is brief, means short, a brief overview.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me put it here. Okay. Then
I'll talk about some of the advantages for your company. After that, I'd like to show you a short video.
After that,
I'd like to show you.
Very good.
So that you can see the system in operation. And after that, you can ask me any questions. Does that sound okay?
Does it?
Does that okay?
Sound
okay.
Sound okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we call this new system the DyeScan 2. Basically, DyeScan 2 is a state-of-the-art security system.
Basically, DyeScan 2 is...
Can you replay again?
Of course.
Yeah.
The DyeScan 2. Basically, DyeScan 2 is a state-of-the-art security system.
A state-of-the-art.
Of course, state-of-the-art security. So, and
based on iris recognition. Iris recognition is part of the next generation in security and is already used in government security. Now, Security is able to make this technology available to commercial businesses and organizations. How does it work? Well, it's a pretty simple concept.
Okay. Well, how
does it work?
Of course, how does it work? Very good. Well, and now let's see. We're going to listen to part 2 and figure out the main advantages of DyeScan 2. So let's see. Well, just here, before we listen to the second part, third part, let's talk about this key expression. So I'd like to do in this presentation. So what I like to do, so if you want to introduce a talk speech, you can use different phrases. Of course, not only these phrases. First, I'll give you a brief overview. Then I talk about, so you know that if you have different items or different things to present, you should use like first, second, then after that, okay? And then if you want to introduce an idea, product, or service, so what do you call it? So we call this new system this. And what is this? Basically, it's already, and you know, this one is important. You know, the language of, we can say presentation or formal context is normally, not always, is preferred to be passive. So it's already being used in, well, it's pretty simple. So actually you give some short explanation about your product. And of course, it's really important to talk about its benefits, advantages. So why it's important to use this product or service. So if there are any benefits, and then if there is another, like, you know, I don't know, rival or competitor, it's better to compare. So, and you can, yeah, comparing products and system. So for example, okay, you have a system, now I can compare. Then I can say, for these reasons, for example, our product is preferred. And of course, checking and moving on. It means so then I ask you, sometimes your opinion, what do you think, or if it's okay or no. So there are different phrases that we just heard actually, and normally. So it's like, you know, you can imitate what she's saying. And for example, the phrases that she's using, then when speaking, you feel maybe more confident since you know some phrases, some useful phrases. Now let's listen to the second part and let's see what are the main advantages of DISCIN 2. Second part.
4.3. Part 2.
Okay, let's look at what DISCAN 2 has to offer. There are two main benefits of using DISCAN 2, enhanced security and increased flexibility. Why enhanced security? Well, the biggest potential benefit of iris recognition is that no two people have the same iris. Everyone is unique. This means that DISCAN 2 is extremely secure in comparison to your current system where a code is needed. You can find out someone else's code, whereas you can't copy the patterns of their iris. Currently, if someone gets hold of a security code, they can go anywhere they want in your company. However, with the DISCAN 2 iris recognition system, they won't be able to do that. The other major advantage of DISCAN 2 is its flexibility. Although it may sound radical, it's up to you how far-reaching you want the security to be. You can decide exactly which employees have access to which parts of the building, so you have complete control over who goes where. And here is another great thing about the DISCAN 2. You can not only control entry to all parts of the building, but also control access to your computer system. Now I'd like to move on to the question of personal safety, because the most common question I'm asked is about how it scans your eye. And does this
Well, okay.
There are two advantages of DISCAN 2.
Yeah, of course.
The thing is enhance security, and second advantage is flexibility.
Yeah, of course. And how? So yeah, of course, enhance security, improve security, but how? Actually, the key secret is that so no one can actually have the same iris as you. So it's something unique. So
Yes,
they can't
yes.
copy. So this is the first one. So why it's enhanced? And actually the second one, could you repeat it again, please?
Flexibility.
Of course, what does it mean, increase flexibility?
Because when they use their solution or their system, they can modify 2 feet for the any building and your building, and
Of course, yeah.
and they can manage and control computer and their own
Ah,
to to
so you have, so as an employee, you have access, so you can control, right?
yeah.
Yeah, very good. Okay, yeah, that was the point. Okay, now let's write more detail. Explain the benefits of Daiskin 2. So listen again, what words and phrases does Shireen use to? So let's see. Explain the benefits of Daiskin 2. Compare the current system with the new system. Move on to the next point. Let's see.
4.3. Part 2.
Okay, let's look at what DISCAN 2 has to offer. There are two main benefits of using DISCAN 2.
So the first phrase, benefits. So what did she say? There are two.
Yes, can to have two main benefit, right?
Yeah, she said there are two main benefits of. There are two. So this is the first phrase that she used to explain the benefits of Daiskin 2. There are. So it's like you can use there is, there are. Now.
Enhanced security and increased flexibility. Why enhanced security? Well, the biggest potential benefit of iris recognition is...
Oh, this one. The biggest potential benefit. Yeah. The biggest potential benefit is, the most important one is...
that no two people have the same iris. Everyone is unique. This means that DISCAN 2 is extremely secure in comparison to your current system, where a code is needed. You can find out someone else's code, whereas you can't copy the patterns of their iris. Currently, if someone gets hold of a security code, they can go anywhere they want in your company. However, with the DISCAN 2 iris recognition system, they won't be able to do that. The other major advantage of DISCAN 2...
The other major advantage. The other major advantage. So it means, another one, and of course, so big, important, major. So you can use this word, the biggest potential benefit. So different.
Is its flexibility. Although it may sound radical, it's up to you how far-reaching you want the security to be. You can decide exactly which employees have access to which parts of the building, so you have complete control over who goes where. And here is another great thing about the DISCAN 2. You can not only control...
Here is another great thing. Here is another great thing about DISCAN 2. So you can use, of course, you know how to use these phrases since we normally use them. Okay, and let's see.
Or entry to all parts of the building, but also control access to your computer system. Now I'd like to move on to the question of personal safety, because the most common question I'm asked is about...
Now I'd like to move on. So when you want to move on to the next, or to the, for example, another point, you can say, I'd like to move on, or let's move on. So we normally, let's move on to the new, for example, another topic. It means let's continue with another topic. So you can use, and of course, as we just heard, to compare what we said. Actually, she said in comparison to your current, in comparison. Okay, comparing. So of course, you can use this phrase in comparison to, for example, something. Okay, well, and now let's see. Prepare a short presentation about a new idea, product, system, or service. Introduce your talk and the idea. So talk about benefit. So, okay, of course, it's really important. Do you have a new product that you want to introduce to the market? You want to launch it or no? So recently, have you worked on something?
Yeah, we have a lot of product to release to market, but the problem that I don't think it's a problem, but the situation that we be our business model is B2B2C, but we don't have to presentation or we have to sell to a business partner. Yeah, we not only public it's onto the Google or Apple App Store Play, right? So we do.
You only publicize it and then people can tell, so there is no need to present and
yeah, so
good
we do
actually.
so we do a lot of marketing campaign to offer the product to end user. So
Of course.
we not B2B model, so we don't have to present and we don't have to sell product to partner.
That's perfect actually. Just let me ask you, of course, whenever you feel like that you have time or you can, there is no actually here force to do it. But if you could, it would be great to write. For example, I want you to write, then I can assess, I can modify and correct your writing. So that will be great. So whenever, if you had time, it would be great to write and send it. Then I can check, of course, it's not a force, just if you have time. Well, okay.
I have a question.
Sure.
In the key expression in the lab, key expression. That means if I when I write a brief to that means I prepare a short presentation I can follow.
Of course. Yeah, of course. It's like you can use these key expressions.
Yeah.
So just, it's like, they're different. Right. That writing and speaking are totally different. So for example, I don't know, as in writing, I don't say, I'll give you a brief, or for example, I'd like you to show you it's something related to speech, not writing. But of course, I want you to write what you want to say. So no matter if the language is a conversational actually language, so no matter, and try to use some phrases to introduce, for example, your new product. And just, suppose that you're going to sell it to me. So I want to know about the advantages. Okay.
Yeah, I before that I have an idea.
Yeah, of course.
That I want to build an application that's public to for the children and maybe adults. I want to apply the AI to convert from the from text to sound.
Yeah.
And
you want to use the AI?
Yeah. That means everyone who want to publish their story and their book by by only text. So after that, the platform that may generate it into the audio or into the movie and onto the.
Wow. So let me be sure what I got. It was, that's really good. Yeah.
It's that idea. It's that idea.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Actually, let me say something that is really good, because normally people have problem like, they have a text. Of course, now AI can easily do it. For example, I don't know, provided with a text and it can modify, correct it, paraphrases, but about changing, like, I don't know, to video or even sound. So I think it maybe.
Output and user can choose that sound or comic or video. It depends on their habits.
It's a great. So it's your idea, and it's a great idea, I think.
And the core of technology is AI, and it may have to convert from text to a lot of outputs. And
Yeah, that
in
is,
yeah, I
I
think
think it's really good.
children they prefer to watch movie or read the comic than
Of
read
course.
a story. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I do agree with you. So it's, what they see or sometimes what they hear is preferred like than what they read. So sometimes they feel like bored when reading something they don't want. And sometimes, so when it
Yeah.
comes to kids, so
Yeah.
sometimes, I don't know, they find it difficult
Yeah.
to read. So maybe, I don't know, they don't know how to read the word pronunciation, the meaning. So, but when listening, of course, especially maybe because of correct water stress, intonation, so it can be really interesting. So it's a
Yeah.
good idea. Yeah, why not? Yeah, you can present it. That's perfect. Yeah, really, it's really good. Just introduce. Yeah, I want to know about it more. Well, okay. And now let's see. When you give presentations, is it important to support your idea with evidence? Of course it is. What do you think? And why is it important?
Sorry, can you say it again?
So it's like, here we have a question. When you give, number one, when you give presentation, is it important to support your ideas with evidence? And do you ever refer to the following types of evidence in your presentation? In what type of presentation would each one be useful? For example, academic studies, market research, interviews, and questionnaires, example of existing users, and medical evidence, personal experience. So which one do you think can be more useful?
Yeah, the first thing I think evidence very important to to attract uh, to attract uh, to attract the people who come to hear the presentation and follow the presentation. And yeah, because I think maybe the presentation should to touch to the pain point or something like that from the people who want to who intend the presentation. So I think yeah, I think there are a lot of type of evidence, but in my
Yeah,
in my opinion, I think the evidence should be have a number, and
yeah,
number is result for market research on interview medical. So
yeah,
I think the first thing is made from an a research, and we have a lot of number to show to
yeah, of
yeah
course.
audience. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And I think it depends on the product and the
Yes.
service that you are presenting. For
Yeah.
example,
Yeah.
I don't know, if you're talking about something like related to business or market, maybe you don't need to present and have academic studies here. So it's
Yeah.
better to focus on market research, or I don't know, if you're talking about something like a game, application. So
Yeah.
I think it's really good to, yeah, of course, add some, market research, or for example, this one example of existing users, as you said, numbers. So
Yeah.
that can be really convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the first impression that we have to show the pain point of audience when they come to the presentation, because that means they come they come to the presentation to find the solution, or to find anything to help them don't get the pain point, or to resolve their pain
Yeah.
point in their life and in their work, right? So
Yeah.
I think the first thing we can show them the solution, and we can add them a question about how
Yeah.
about pain point when do their work, and and the problem of their lives.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. It's better to have some real examples.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, of course, I do agree with you, definitely. And interviews and questionnaires, of course, maybe I don't know. What do you think about this? I think interview and questionnaire is actually an introduction for examples of existing users. So you
Yeah.
interview people and then, yeah, you have some, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I think this option, this method may be not trust to audience. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. We don't
So
like it. Yeah, of
yeah.
course. I never filled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never filled questionnaires. So sometimes we have them. Okay, if you're satisfied with the product, please fill in this. I can't. I'm like, okay, it's so boring. Okay, yeah, maybe it's not a good way. I think it's not really a good method. Well, actually, we have the next part, but I would prefer to skip this part since we have a little bit, I didn't know, just another topic. So let's move on to the pronunciation part. It's not bad to have a little bit about it. So of course, if you agree, so let's skip this part for the next session and then we can move on to our pronunciation section. Well, do you remember that we talked about letter T, how to pronounce it? Like, for example, butter. So flap T, do you remember? We talked about it before. So it's like, so how to pronounce letter T. We discussed it. Yeah, I remember that we discussed it. Now, letter T, like, for example, we don't say T. Sometimes we say D, like softy, butter. You remember?
Yeah, I only know one T.
Okay, one T. That is really good. Good. That's enough. Actually, that's enough. Well, actually, today, we're going to talk about silent T. What is it? Sometimes we don't pronounce letter T, but when? So when? The first rule, so let's talk about the first one. That is, T is silent when between S and L. So what is that? For example, when I say castle, look.
Yeah.
Castle, S-N-L. Or whistle, whistle. So I don't say whistle. So it's silent T.
That's all.
This one, we have an idiom. We have an idiom that we normally hustle and bustle. Hustle and bustle. Crowd and noise. So hustle and bustle. So we don't say hustle. So this is the first rule about silent T. And now when a word, okay, like listen, okay, S-T-E-N. T is silent, is S-T-E-N. So T is silent in S-T-E-N. What is that? For example, look.
Listen.
Listen, yeah.
Yeah.
Or, for example, we have fasten, fasten, fasten. So this is the second rule. Okay, so yeah, of course. Or, for example, what is this?
Soften.
Yeah, very good. This is soften, okay?
Yeah.
And another one, let's see if we have we have some words that is really important. They are actually French or words. They are not American or, for example, English. They come from French words, and we use them. For example, we have a kind of dance that is ballet. T is not pronounced, so we don't. At the end of French words, so French origin words. Ballet, T is not. Or for example, this one, what is this?
I often say
Buffet. Buffet, A, we say it as A, ballet, buffet, okay? Just T is not, yeah?
Yeah.
And, you know, there's some words. Actually, there is no rule. You should know. For example, Christmas. It's not, actually, there is no rule about, you know, for example, oh, so T is between S and M. No. Some words now you need to just, it's something that you listen and you learn. Like Christmas, we know that Christmas, but we don't pronounce letter T, Christmas. And for example, look at this. What is this? We normally rapport. We don't say report, rapport, or Christmas. We don't say Christ. T is not. Well, so that is actually the rules that you should know. So the first one, if T comes after S, before L, like whistle,
yeah.
silent.
Actually,
If T, yeah, of course. If T comes after S and before EN, TEN, like listen.
Yeah.
And French words, we have 3 rules that you need to know. So any French word that you see ends in T, just be sure that you shouldn't pronounce letter T, okay?
Yeah, but I have a question about the rapport. There are a lot of words and the R or and T. For example, pot, and so only rapport and
of course,
and
some words, yeah. For example, yeah, of course we have a lot. Look.
Yeah.
We pronounce this letter T strongly. So it's not. It's like because of this. About the last part, I gave you 3 rules. Okay. They are rules. The last one, some words, some, not every word ends in letter T. So for example, when we say here, report, T, report, T, in American English, we pronounce it and clearly. So it's not the rule that any. So sometimes, let me say something, when we speak so quickly, now when we're talking, it's better, like, for example, okay, it's fast speech, so you can't maybe hear letter T, okay? So it's okay, but it's not the rule. So when you speak slowly, of course, we pronounce them, it's really clearly. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. Another rule, I try to make it brief, so I think understandable. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to think that Vietnamese language very difficult, but I think English is so.
No, really, Vietnamese is really difficult. It's really difficult. I tried to learn, I couldn't. I was like, no, it's really, I can't learn. I'm not talented at Vietnamese. No, English is really easy. Just, you know, let me say, all these rules will be actually can be understood just by practicing and repeating. Sometimes you don't know the rule, but you can say it correctly. So it's something that I'm actually here, we're learning to make it better, to actually make it faster, maybe this process. Well, okay. So we should skip this parade.
Yes.
Well, so have a great weekend, wonderful and great weekend. And of course, see you next session.
Yeah, thank you. See you
You're
on
welcome. Wednesday, of course. Monday, yeah, of course, will be off day. Okay, see you on Wednesday. Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you. Goodbye.
Welcome. Goodbye.